Hello. Decided to record this during a moment that I'm not coughing. Hopefully, I don't start coughing. Took medicine for it. So, hopefully, I can get this vlog done. So, there's two things I got this week that are not games, two games I did get. And then I played Pokemon Legends Z A or whatever. That's the name of it, right? Anyway, let's start with the stuff that's not actually a video game. So, so the warning is in English, but the recycling is not. Or the only thing in English on this ball is just the product information. That it's the Zuru Max Retro Collection. There's 221 pieces. And then here's the image of what this one is. This one is a old computer is what it's gonna be. I couldn't resist. It sounded so cool. On the bottom of it, it talks about how to like dispose of it properly. And on the side of it, it has like recycling instructions. Yet again, none of that is in English on either either the sticker or the side panel. The side panel is in French, and the bottom sticker, I'm not sure, but I think it's French too. So that's nice of them. I think there's some other languages here, but I don't recognize them. I think one of them's German. The other, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's not English. But the warning is available in English and in French. Only the warning, folks. Only the warning. Okay. Pretend that makes sense. Is the other ball the same way? Of course it is. Alright. And then this is the second one I got. It's 162 pieces. And it is like. It's called Alien Invaders. Clearly reference to old arcade games. Specifically Space Invaders is being referenced on that one, obviously. So that's kind of cool. And I kind of was like, I want it. Even though I have other like little miniature arcade Lego things, I like to get them all if I can. Alrighty, the games I got. This was the other game I had bought whenever I bought those other two on sale at Amazon. This one took a little bit longer to get here. It was either 15 or 20. I know I didn't spend more than 20. Mortal Kombat 1, which was the basically the remake, re-release, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, a reborn Mortal Kombat universe, whatever. Whatever they want to explain it as. Reborn. Okay. Reborn, remastered. Who cares? Regardless, I went ahead and got this because I do have a pre-order for the Mortal Kombat collection. And I was like, you know what? I want to have the Mortal Kombats. There are a few I still don't I still won't have because of that I'm not concerned about, be honest with you. I think there's like only one other one that's on Switch. Like X or XL or something. I might get that one. Anyway, the game I was totally interested in that I had pre ordered and came out and got Octopath Traveler Zero. Oh. I don't think it's Zero. Embark on an adventure of your own creation. Start from zero. Yeah, it's zero. In a tale of restoration and retribution. So I've not actually started playing this game. I have at least glanced at what it is to see what it is compared to the other Octopath Traveler games. So it seems just like the other Octopath Travelers, you can play these games in any order, as they all have unique characters. This one stands alone in the fact that you create your character. Now, a character. There's other characters that already exist, but you create a character to play as in this game. And you're rebuilding a town in this game. To which I went, somebody looked at Bravely Default and said, let's put it in here. By putting the town building in there, which I like that. Although it is like time consuming and a little not always fun to rebuild a town. I like the concept of it, and it gives you something to do besides level up and kill monsters. Because sometimes you're like, I'm not ready to progress the story. I want to level up a little bit first. And you're like, I have absolutely no reason to keep beating up the same set of enemies over and over again. Rebuilding the town gives you an excuse. Well, an enemy might drop a certain item you need, or maybe you just need a little bit more money to upgrade that one shop in town. I like the concept of having something else to aim for besides beating the big bad. It's fun that way, because then you're not just mindlessly beating up enemies all the time. It's just the main issue I have with Pokemon sometimes. Speaking of that, we can now transition to what I've been playing all week, which is Pokemon Legends CA. I stream every night, anytime I'm going to actually make progress in the game or trying to make progress in the game. Not actually made any progress in the game. I've just been leveling up and evolving Pokemon. And then, of course, the ones that need traded, I looked up their link trade codes. I just got that done. So technically, I didn't finish that during the week. I had 2 Pokemon left that were part of that trade thing. But I'm going to count it as part of the week just because I was like, I just got it done. I consider it an accomplishment that the ones that involve trade are done. Now the only thing that I can't feasibly do with the game, and I don't know how I will be able to complete the Pokédex, is get the other starters. Obviously, I chose Totodile because that was the plushie I got. I still need the other 2. Well, I'll just tell you, like, Cyndaquil and Chikorita. Somehow or other. And then I chose, for the other starter that's a side mission, I chose Bulbasaur. So I also need Charmander and Squirtle. I don't know. I haven't went far enough in the game. There might be a daycare. So that might be like a feasible way to try to get trades. Other than that, I do know there are some hard to find and figure out Pokemon. So I would be willing to trade a fully evolved Pokemon I'm done with. For example, I'm almost done evolving Goomy. I evolved it into Sligo. Once it evolves into Goodra, I'm not using that Pokemon. If somebody wants a Goodra, because they don't want to figure out how to get it to evolve in the rain, I will do it. I don't care. I am stubborn enough to wait until I am on the brink of reaching level 50 and go beat up a bunch of Pokemon with it to get it to evolve. Anyway, I'm stubborn enough to do that sort of thing. I know some people are not, and I don't blame them. I would be willing to trade that in order to get one of the starters I don't have. Same with the evolutions. If there's any that somebody is like, you know what, I really don't want to bother with getting that particular evolution, I'm looking at you, Ice Stone. Kid you not, I have found 3 Ice Stones. Ever since I had the struggle of finding an Ice Stone, I found 3 of them. I'm like, stop. Anyway, anybody who doesn't want to deal with that nonsense, and I don't blame them yet again, I would be willing to trade. the evolution in order to get the starter, because I'm not going to use any of them. As much as I like Eevee and its evolutions, I never use them. They don't feel strong enough to me. They're all cute, but I'm just like, they're not the strongest thing, are they? There any other ones that are like difficult? Try to remember. Well, Emolga's hard to catch. I would trade it. Um, I want to keep my Dratini, or I would say that one. But I want to keep it too much. I actually like it. Let me think. So I want to put out there like the options I have in case somebody wants to send me a private message on Twitch or Twitter. I know there's a way to do so on Twitch, and I know that there's a way to do so on Twitter. Um, we could arrange a trade. I will set up a link trade code, and then you would type in the same one, and then we would swap the Pokemon. Because I literally just need those starters. I don't think there's anything else that is like locked into place like that. Because you don't need both the Galarian Slowpoke evolutions for the decks, as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong about that, I'm willing to trade whatever one I do for the opposite one. If somebody wants to message me ahead of time, that maybe they took the wreath, and then I'll know to not take the wreath, and then I'll do the thing and then set that up. Because I want to try to catch all the Pokemon. I'm not gonna like necessarily chase them to the ends of the earth on this game, mind you. But I think I found pretty much all the ones I can get for now. I know there's a Hawlucha somewhere on one of the roofs that I can't get to yet. I have to wait until the elevator activates, but I'm pretty sure that'll be available by end game. That way, I at least can complete something on the game, because I can't complete the colorful screws. There's two areas, two or three, that I officially have had to give up on the figuring it out, because I went in 3 circles and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't figure out where I'm supposed to jump at or when I'm supposed to roll to get to. I tried multiple times, and then I was like, you know what? I got better things to do with my time. So that's not happening. I can easily do the Mega Crystal thing. That's not a big deal. Collecting those is like really easy. I see them all the time. So I'm not concerned about that one. I don't know if there's anything else. Pretty sure, because I did all this. I did all but the side mission that's over by the main mission, because I don't want to trigger it. Because I don't know when I'll be free again from the main mission in order to do what I want. Yeah, I'll say that I pretty much, I've done everything I can up to this point in the game. And I know going forward, there's going to be more areas with more Pokemon to catch and evolve, which I will do. As long as they're in a zone, I'm catching them and I'm evolving them. And as soon as I can get that stupid elevator working, I'm going up there and catching that stupid Hawlucha. It keeps teasing me. I'm on another roof just watching it going, It's frustrating because I'm like, I see it, but I can't get close enough to do anything. Can't even get close enough for my Pokemon to piss it off so it'll come over to me. It's like, oh, fine, whatever. Whatever, game. So yeah, I've been running around aimlessly making sure I've checked all the roofs. I literally am checking the last one right now, and I was like, okay, there's nothing up here. There was a move power gem. That was like the only thing I'd missed. I was like, okay, fine, I got it now. Whoa. Literally, by checking the roofs, I found pretty much anything that you see on a roof. There's 2 locations for it. There's 2 locations for Emolga. There's 2 locations for Dratini. There's at least 5 locations for Abra. Is there any other like rare? There's two locations for Ralts, which you have to like jump down from the roof to access where they're at. Um, Although I think one of them you can just run in there just by happenstance. Just gotta like find it. Um, there's several locations for Goomy. You just it has to be raining to find it. But again, I don't blame people that don't want to bother with that nonsense. It is stupid. Um, Trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure. Like yeah, and like I said, I found after searching, I found the icy stones. I can't remember if there was anything else that I had a hard time searching for. Eevee, I mean, there's like three. There's three spots for it if you don't want to wait for the wild zone, but I mean, there is a wild zone later on that has Eevee, so I don't think that's a problem. I don't know that there's any like rare Pokemon. Maybe Gibble was rare, but I'm gonna evolve him and be done with that nonsense. He was a little bit of a pain to catch, but not terribly so. Trying to think. Like off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that like I've only spotted one time and can't find since. I've came across it like Panseers everywhere now just to make fun of me. I keep finding all three of them. Honestly, a lot of them are on the roofs. Like you're having issues finding them in the trees. Just start checking every roof and jumping across the roofs and doing the roll across the roofs to go to other roofs. Eventually, you will find them, and there'll be a bunch of them. They'll just all be running all over the place. It's like, okay, just stop. I've even found some alpha ones that, like, straight up try to attack me. I'm like, okay. So Dedenne is not really rare. I've seen it several places. I'm trying to think of, like, what's on the roof that's kind of, eh. As Absol's a storyline, you get it. Or it would have been rare, because that's the only thing I've seen only one time on the roof. But that's because it's storyline and you already have it. Pretty much everything else I've seen in the wild areas, and just doing the wild area until it fills out in order to get Mabel satisfied, is the trick, I guess. I'm not sure that there's really anything difficult to catch if you're patient enough. Just save it beforehand and then pelt it with Pokeballs and load and try again and again until you get it. But I will give you the Dratini and the Eevee are sometimes a pain. Um, but I'm gonna keep my Dratini just because I do like that Pokemon. Even if I'm not gonna use it, it's one of the Pokemon I like to have around. It's the one that is the only I do believe it's the only one that it becomes that is a dragon type when it's fully evolved that actually like the dragon. I don't think there's any other dragon type that I actually like in the game. I mean, yeah, because even the fossil ones I'm not that crazy about. They're kind of annoying. They have, yeah, because I'm pretty sure one of the fossil Pokemon is dragon type. Pretty sure he's dragon. He's dragon rock, right? Or is he dark rock? I can't remember. It's been too long. That's something I still got to get far enough of the storyline to do too. Get some kind of scientist person to show up that'll let me turn the fossils into Pokemon at the research center, but they not there right now. I just gotta get far enough in the storyline, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Cause like, you get all three of the other starters, just by doing the side quests. I have Finnegan. Chespin's currently evolving. Got him into Quilladin. I got Froakie, so that wasn't a big deal. I can't really think of anything particular that might be rare. I mean, you can always message and ask me if you have one of the starters I don't have, and you're willing to trade, and there's a particular Pokemon that you want that I probably have. Just message and ask. Or if it's like coming up soon, I'll be catching that Pokemon, and you just don't want to mess with it. That's fine too. Like, I'm not particular about these things. Oh gosh. But yeah, I wanted to throw that out there while I'm still early in the game. Because I'm trying. My goal is to at least finish the game by the end of the year. I don't know about completing the Pokédex by then. I might like hold off on evolving certain Pokemon once I start catching them later on in the later wild areas, just because I'll be like, I just want to do the story and you're on my nerve. I get like that sometimes. I did that in Sword and Shield. I beat the storyline and then finished catching the Pokemon. Igumi was one of the ones that made me. That's why I'm trying to do it ahead of time this time. I'm like, no, I got you this time. I know your tricks. Alright. I think that's pretty much everything. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh, I remember. The other thing I've been doing this week, I've been putting it together. It's obviously not done. I've been working on the Lego One Piece. What is it? Jolly Pirate Ship or something like that? Whatever it's called. I'm 3 bags in. It takes a long time to do. There's like so many pieces that have to be done. I was like, 1,000 pieces, that's nothing. And starts putting it together. Okay, I'm full of shit. It's taking forever. So, I think I could average about 50 pieces an hour, and that's kind of why it's like, oh boy. So I've done roughly 300 pieces of this ship. And it's just, it takes time. Because you gotta put it specifically where you're supposed to put it, and you gotta clip the things together, and if you put something down wrong, then it's a pain to get it back up. Which I've only done once, so hopefully I keep it that way. I don't want to have to pry up pieces again, because it's not fun to do that. It's hard. Even when you're using the tool to try to do it. It's like, okay, why are you not just do what I want? Alrighty. Now that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, where I will have a lot more games. Because I had bought games during Video Game Plus's sale. Well, one of them was a pre-order. They shipped out. I think they're coming this week. I think they're coming Saturday specifically. So they'll come in time for me to include them in the next video. So I'm excited about that one. Until then, I'm going to go back to leveling Pokemon between naps and medicine. And hopefully kick the scoff before it kicks me. Yes, it's still kicking me. Alrighty. Yep, that's everything and whatever. Until next time, bye-bye.